Yeah. So yesterday we had a brief introduction to AutoCAD. This Mr. We started. Yeah. So yesterday we had a brief introduction to AutoCAD and the interface. So today we're going to use the drawing tools. We're only going to draw, just drawing. Yeah, we're going to learn how do you draw in AutoCAD. Yeah. So in order for us to draw, we have to go and draw. We have to go and get one of the tools that falls under drawing. Yeah. So what you need to know about AutoCAD is everything in AutoCAD is constructed from a line. Like it's just lines. Even if the structure is very complex or what, it's just arranged lines. Even a circle is a combination of lines, just that they are very close to each other. Yeah, so even when you try to draw a circle and you over zoom in. Down here, yeah. Yeah, so now we're going to start by learning how do you draw just a line. So you may see that it looks like it's just drawing a line, but everything you're going to see that we're going to be drawing a line. So that line drawing tool is very, very, very important and very powerful. This one here. Yeah. So in order for us to draw, you go click on the tool that you want to use. So I want to use a line. I click on it, then the command will be active. The one from AutoCAD. Pardon? Oh, okay. Creating a new file. Like when you open AutoCAD, you'll be introduced to this screen. Then in order for you to start a new drawing, click on Start Drawing. Yeah, so by default to name them drawing 1, drawing 2, but we can save our drawing. We said what is the standard format for AutoCAD? It's a DWG. Yeah. Then we go to where I'm going to save it. So in my case, I'm going to save it on desktop. I'm going to call it tutorial. So you can see the name here. So this is my drawing. Yeah. So I'm going to start by drawing a line. In order for me to draw a line, I click on line. Then you should always watch the commands like on the cursor. What is the cursor telling you? So it is telling us specify first point. So it is telling us, please, I'm going to draw a line. Remember, a line connects two points together. What is going to be my first point? Yeah. So for the first point, you can either click or you can enter the coordinates because this is X and Y. It can understand the coordinates, the coordinate system of X and Y axis. Like if you say 0, 0, it will go from 0 to 0. And how do you do that? You type in 0, that is for X. Then in order for you to type the one for Y, you press tab. Yeah, like when I press tab, it comes active for X. Press tab, it comes active for Y. I press 0 again, press enter. So you see that it has gone to 0, 0 X and Y. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you check the compass. Yeah, so what do you think we're going to specify in order for you to pick the second point? Because the line connects 2 points. Yeah, so it has told us, please specify the first point. We are done with the first point. So how can we tell it about the second point? So you can either just click, or you can type in coordinates, or you can type in the distance and the angle. Yeah. So we're going to first try the one for also coordinates. Yeah, it is giving the angle is 35 from the horizontal. Yeah, and this, the one which is in blue, is a distance. So if you type, let's first start with this one. If I type that I want a line of length 20, and I press tab so that I make the angle active. See that? I can switch back and forth. So I want to edit the angle, and I say the angle should be 30. Yeah, that is the line, and I press escape. So that is a line of length, linear length, aligned length 30, and it is at 30 degrees from the horizontal. Yeah. Then another way of using coordinates, if you want to use coordinates, you come here, let me do the same, 0, 0, press tab. So now I want to use coordinate system. So what I do, you see what allows you to enter distance and the angle. It's called dynamic input. So you turn it off. You turn it off from here. See, like here, it is on. So I turn it off, then it's no longer asking me the distance and the angle. When it is on, you see it has distance and angle. But when it is off, I can just input the coordinates. Maybe I want it to be at 10, 10. Then comma 10. I'm entering, you can see them from the command line, not space. Press enter. Then when I'm done with the command, I press escape to go away with the command. So those are two different lines I've drawn using fully coordinate system. Then this one I've drawn by specifying first points, then the length and the angle. Yeah. So is that clear? Yeah. So we can. Then at this point, let me tell you about see this. How do you achieve it? You move your cursor. Don't click anywhere. Then move, like click and release. Don't hold. Just click and release. Then move the cursor to the side of the drawings that you want to choose. But there is one which is green and there's another one which is blue. The difference between them is if I highlight with the one of green, it will highlight all the elements that have been attached, as long as that green reaches that element, like here. You can see that I'm not covering all of it, I just cover like this. But if it is blue, it should cover all of it. If it doesn't cover all of it, you can select. Yeah, so I can do like this. You see, to only select one. Yeah, so how do you achieve the one of blue? Click, then move the mouse to the right, not to the left. When you move to the right, it will bring the one of that way. For the blue one, you click anywhere, then move the cursor to the right. But ensure that whatever you want to select should be fully covered in the blue color. But for as long as it touches it, even if by just a small portion. Yeah. So that's, I want to select these ones and delete them. So we're going to draw a line again. Select line. Yeah, so you may say, the process looks to be hectic. How will I get a full drawing? Sometimes it's not that you should go to a particular point. It's just that you want to formulate a figure at a certain distance, but you can start from anywhere. So specifying first point, instead of typing 0, 0 for the coordinates, I can just click. I want it to start here. Then it says specify the next point. I can just click anywhere, like here. And it is done. I can continue drawing other lines. Yeah, like that. When you're done, you press escape to exit the command. Yeah, so is the drawing tool okay? The drawing a line, it is the most, it's the one we're going to use most. Yeah, drawing a line, select a line, first point, second point. Or select a line, first point, type in the distance, press tab, type in the angle. If I put 0, it's going to be horizontal, like that. So if I want to use straight line, you want to use a straight line. Now, suppose I use my there should be a line. If I'm going to get there, I keep the straight line. So if you want to restrict it to a straight line, because here you may think it is straight, but when it is not. Yeah. So if you want to restrict it to a straight line, you use what they call a ortho mode, this district cursor orthogonal. It means that either it is going to move vertically or horizontally. So, but for now, it is turned off. Let me turn it on. I come to draw, I can draw that line. But if I try to draw at a certain angle, it can't, unless 90. Yeah. So this is the one that can draw those straight lines fast for you. Just know this, then here it is maybe 10 meters, then it moves this side by 20, then it goes back up by 10. Place escape and you already have the box. Yes. So that is the line. Then the polyline. Yesterday we talked about it, right? We talked about a polyline being that it will join. For example, you have a rectangle, it will take it as just one single object. It will not take it as different lines. Yeah. So if I use a line and I want to draw a rectangle and I draw this, like maybe that this polygon or rectangle, but it's a polygon. You can see that it has different points. When I come, I can select one line. Yeah. But now if I want it to be like at the same, I can just get a polyline, draw that. Let's escape. When you come to check, it's just one drawing. Yeah. So that's the difference between the line and the polyline. So is everything okay? The polyline is the one that gives same object. It is the line that will draw different lines. Like here I have a line, I draw this. This is a single, these are multiple lines. Yeah, but in case you want it to do and it is not a multiple line, select polyline, then you go and draw anything you want to draw. Yeah, so when you select it, it's just one object, not many objects. Yeah. So is everything okay? Evelyn, is everything okay?
I'm trying to get it in.
Pardon?
I'm trying to, yeah.
You trying to do what?
Trying to get you.
Okay. Yeah, so let's move on to the next drawing tool. That is for a line. Then we're going to draw for a polyline. No, we're going to draw a circle. We're done with drawing a line. So from a line, you can construct very many things. You can construct a rectangle, a triangle, and I've demonstrated all of them here. Yeah. So here I'm demonstrating on rectangle, triangle, and what, but in your document, in your drawing, it will be the same. It will be represented in the same way. Yeah. So now we're going to circle. How do you draw circles? Yeah, so in case you have something that is circular in your building or in any other form of construction, you need to use circles in order for you to achieve it. Yeah, so there are different ways of drawing circles. One of them is you specify the center, the center of the circle, then you can specify its radius, or center and diameter. Yeah, or other ways as we are going to see. Now, for example, if we go to trace a circle from center and radius, I come to circle, select center radius, then it will tell you the command will be asking you to specify the center point for the circle that you're going to draw. So you click that, then you start moving away, or you move and you type in the radius that you want it to be having. For example, 20. So that is the circle with the radius 20. Is that okay? Come circle, center radius, specify the center, type in the radius. Yeah. Yes. Or the center and you type in the diameter. So we can type in 20. So a circle of 20 diameter, what will be its radius? Yeah. So press 20, then you can see it. Okay. Another ways of drawing circles, there is 2 points. Now that means you're going to trace a circle that is rotating around 2 points. For example, it can be a line and you want a circle to move around it. You can come here and you choose circle, then choose 2 points. Specify first point, specify next point. Yeah, for example, if we had a line and you want a circle around the line, around this particular line, I'll just come to circle. Points. I say it's going to move from there to here. Yeah. So is that one clear? Before we move on to the one of 3 points. Okay. Seems that everything is okay. Other ways of drawing circles include 3 points. Yeah, so where would you use the circle for 3 points? Okay, like in the drawing. In geometry, we could use it to inscribe or circumscribe around a triangle, because the triangle has 3 sides, but you try to fit in the. Pardon? Like you creating like I have. Let me turn this off. I have that triangle. I want a circle to move around it. Yeah. So I can select 3 points. I select this as the first circle. So the second. You see? So that is the circle with 3 points because I've specified the 3 points. Yeah. Another way of drawing a circle is using tan radius, like the tangent, and also tangent, then radius. So that can be that a circle is a tangent to another circle or a line. Then also a tangent to another line, then you type in the radius. Because if the radius is small, you try to adjust. Okay, let's write it out. I have then I select tan radius. I want to see that is a symbol of tan. So it should be a tan to that, a tan to this. Now what is left to be typed is the radius. But if I type in a small radius, in that the circle won't be able to attach the other one, to not work. So the radius should be reasonable enough so that it can touch both points or like both circles at the same time. So we can input maybe 20. See that? So it's a tangent to the other circle and also a tangent to this one. But it has a particular radius. So I can do the same circle but with a different radius and you see how it's going to look like. Okay, for example, if I give radius 2, which is small, to just stop there. But in case I want to circle, done. See that one is a tangent to one circle and again it's tangent to another circle, but it has a bigger radius. Try to look at it. And lastly, the one for circle is tan. What this one means is that you're going to, but they are very and they are complex. Yeah, so trying to formulate 3 circles. In that the other circle I'm going to work on is a turn to all the 3. So I'll come here, select turn, select that, select this, select that. So it is a turn now to 3 of them. Yeah. All right. So just give me like 3 minutes. I'm going to come back and we continue with drawing arcs. We draw an arc, we draw a rectangle, then we try to come up with a simple drawing. Yeah.
Yeah. Eh? Saudara Dadang. Ya.
Yes, I'm back. Do you have any questions before we move on? Pardon?
Are you okay? Okay, Nicole? That's good.
There?
That's good.
No?
Hello?
Yes, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes. So do you have any questions before we move on to the next thing? Is there any question?
No question.
Okay. Yeah. So okay, now we're going to arcs. How do you draw different arcs? Arc like ARC. How do you draw different arcs? Yeah. So an arc is like it's half a circle, right? Like you don't have a complete circle, that's an arc. Yeah, so that means they share same properties as a circle, just that now this one is half one. Yes. So drawing an arc, we can draw it, we can have a 3-point arc. We can draw it by specifying the start, center, and end. Start, center, angle, very many, but actually we're not going to explore all of them. We're just going to explore a few. Like the one for 3 points, I select it, press the first point, the second, then the third. Then that is an arc. You see, when I click in it, it has like a center, this point. So now that shows that in case it was a full circle, that would be its center. Yeah, so that is an arc for you. Then there's one for start, center, end. Start, center, and end. So what you have to know is that arcs, when you're specifying, they use it moves anti-clockwise. It doesn't move clockwise. So if I say like here, I'm doing start. If I say this is my start and this is my center, then this is my end. You see, it would have moved anti-clockwise. But if I want it to be like a shorter way, let me show you what I'm talking about. Like if that is my arc, then if I get the same start, center, and end, but I start from here, start, center, end. Have you seen the difference? That's when it will draw for you the other one. This, okay, start, center, end. And so you should move in anti-clockwise direction, not clockwise. Is that okay? When you specify, like the one, even if the one for 3 point may not have that much problem, like this, this. But these ones that tend to have its center in the middle. If I say start, center, end, that will be the one. But if I move from this side and I say start, center, this is going to bring for me something which is like almost a full circle. Yeah. So that's how we draw arcs. There are also other ways, but these ones you will explore because it shows you start, end, radius. Means that start, press the end, give it a radius. If you give it a small radius, you won't be able to do it. But in case I say maybe 500 and have my arc. The arcs have radius. They also have diameter because we say they are part of, like they were part of the circle, but now they are just halfway the circle. Then now there is some inbuilt features, like you can draw a rectangle already from AutoCAD. Instead of using lines, I click rectangle, click here, and I just specify 2 points, this and this. You've got it? Yeah. Then there is also polygon. For polygon, you have to tell it as sides. If we say 4 sides, then that is going to be an equivalence of a circle. Like a circle is a polygon, but it has 4 sides. So if I input like 6 sides, I press enter, then it's going to ask me for the center point of the polygon. Yeah, so I click the center point. Yeah, then you're going to realize that it is asking you, should I use an inscribed in circle or a circumscribed about circle? Why? Polygons are constructed from circle. Maybe you remember geometry very well. Yeah, they are constructed from a circle. Let me say inscribed. Here you can't see the circle, but actually it is there. So here it is showing us the radius of that circle. So let me type in 120. That is a polygon with 120. Now let's draw a circle of 120 radius, but using the center of the polygon. This, and I put in 120. You see? So that's where it is getting. When you give it the radius of the circle and how many sides, then it will be able to know the length of those sides. Yeah. So if I chose this and I chose side 6, then this is a center, but I said circumscribed circle, and I type in 120 again. Then we come get a circle of the same radius, 120. See, that is the one. So this, for this case, it is using the one which is inside. For this one, to use when it is outside. Yeah. So there's you can do like that. Talking about this, yeah, you can draw again, but we're going to look at blocks, but later on when we've learned modification tools. So that you draw one, modify that, then you replicate it. Yeah. So right now I'm going to share some PDF in the WhatsApp group. I also download it here. Then we try out one drawing. Yeah, so just give me like 2 to 3 minutes. I share it. Okay. Have you seen that drawing? Evelyn, have you seen the drawing on WhatsApp? The PDF?
Yeah.
So this, you follow it. It has some drawings for just practice. We shall use it for practice, but later on we shall get more things, more projects to work on. But right now we cannot get started with a complete project. We need to first get started with these simple things. Yeah. So right now, what you can be like, what you can start by doing is just drawing simple geometry. Like, how do I draw a rectangle? You said you put ortho mode on in case you want a straight line. I say I want the one which is maybe it is 50 by 25 by 50. 25. Yeah, press escape. Yeah, so let me show you one modification tool, the one for copy and move. Now, like here, I want my drawing to be this side. I can either copy it, how, press, like select all of it, then type in copy. Then when you see copy appearing, press enter. It's going to ask you for the base point. So the base point will act as like the point of reference as you copy. Just look at this. If I say I want to bring this corner, please put it. Okay, now auto mode is on. It will restrict me to only allow me to move either vertical. So I turn it off. I'm going to come turn it off so that I can move freely. So I say, please bring this corner and put it like here. Even you can make more other copies, but that is what the base point is. Then I can delete this. So is it clear? Select, type in copy, then it will ask you for the base point. Like where I should, if this is a base point and I start moving, you see the dashed line. Shows it's kind of like you say, copy this and put it here, but I want this point to be here. So that is the base point. Like when I'm copying, please copy all that, but put this corner and you place it here. Yeah. Like the way we did for the circle, like here I had, I can be having some small circles. So I want all their center lines to be at the center. I want all their center to be at the corners. So I'll select and say copy. Then I say, please, you put the corner, the center of the circle. That is the center. Put it here. Then also this, put it in the same corner place. Like that. So that is what the base point is in copy. Then you can also move. Select all of it, type in move. Then it will also use the base point. Just that for this case, it will take all of it. That. Yeah, so it has moved it. Yeah. Another way you can do it is first select or first type in. Instead of typing in, you can come here. See this, copy and move. I can press copy, then it will tell me select objects to copy. So I can select objects to copy. Then when I'm done, I press enter. Then I specify base point and I put the other side. The same thing with move. You can first get the command, then you select the objects. When you are done selecting objects, press enter, specify base point, and then it moves it to another point. Yeah. So how is it? This thing now you can draw some, you can do some simple drawing, just a simple drawing. From the PDF, you could see that there are different exercises. Yeah. And the complexity of them is like exercise 1 will be a bit simple, exercise 2. Yeah, so right now we're going to try out exercise 2.